name is Lisa Russell. I'm from the Houston, Texas area. I graduated from Texas A&M University. Where I went to undergrad was a pretty small town, a lot more rural, kind of in a more farming area, so also pretty different from Memphis. Definitely more of a country feel. The transition to Memphis went pretty smoothly for me. I was excited to move to a bigger city, and I was kind of looking forward to having more going on all the time. So for me, it went really well. I was excited, and I loved it here from the start. In Memphis, there's just always things to do downtown. There's always so much going on. Downtown just really has a lot of character, I think. Lots of good food. I love trying out all the different restaurants and everything. Lots of fun outdoors things to do. There's always, some run or river or something going on, so I like going to all the parks and outdoor things like that too. When I was looking at different optometry schools, I was kind of looking at location, how the clinic side of the optometry school was run, academics, of course, cost was a factor too. Distance from home. I didn't want to be too far from home, just in case I ever needed to go home for any reason. SEO was kind of perfect. It was a little far from home, but not too bad. I really like the location here. The clinic is great. That was one of the main things that when I saw the clinic, I was like, oh, I gotta go there. The facilities here are great. The new academic complex and everything is just wonderful. Great learning environment with that new classroom and everything. The clinic is awesome. The clinic is one of the things that sold me on my interview. I didn't think it was too hard to get to know my classmates. I really loved that everybody was from all over. Honestly, the diversity in terms of where we're from gave us something to talk about when we first got here. So, talking to somebody like, oh wow, you're from Wisconsin, what's that like? I'm from Texas. So it really gave us a good kind of something to bond over, talk about our differences and where we went to college and everything. So definitely didn't have any trouble getting to know everybody. Everybody had something, something cool to say, something good to get to know each other over. There are a lot of services offered to students to kind of help with the whole process of adjusting to optometry school. Everything from work study for the financial side of it to paid class note takers to kind of give you something to fall back on when you're studying. We have a program here called Tegrity that actually records all of the lectures that you can go home later and rewatch lectures, scroll to certain parts, change the speed and everything. So there's really a lot to help you make sure you're on your feet getting all the material you need to get. I was a recipient of an endowed scholarship when I applied. The scholarship definitely made a difference for me because it kind of allowed me to level out the playing field in terms of cost for if I had stayed at a public school in-state. It made it to where cost wasn't really a factor, so I could base my decision on where to go on other things that are more important than actually picking a school to me. So that was definitely a major factor in making it possible for me to come here. My experience at SCO so far has been great. I love the community here. Everybody gets along so well. It's like one big family. So far everything for my first year has been great.